chains on tap. Yeah, we're ringing the bell. Stories from the circle that we're dying to tell. With a cold beer in hand and a disc in the other. Throwing down lines like a long lost brother. From the T-pad box to the bottom of the cup. Chains on tap, yeah, we're filling it up.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Tuesday and it's a time for another podcast with your host Chris and PJ here. We're in the studio and we're ready to talk about disc golf and our latest beer and our latest disc. If you checked out last week's episode, we talked about the Jackal and Manor Hills IPA.
Yeah, I think it's just called Manor Hill IPA.
Manor Hill IPA is the beer.
It was a good beer too. It was kind of strong.
It was really strong. It was great. And if you guys saw that video from Thursday, you saw that we threw the Jackal against the Ozone from Trash Panda.
Yep.
And we enjoyed it, and you guys will have to check out that video. I don't want to spoil anything.
Nope. Lips are sealed.
Yep. So, guys, if you're listening on Spotify or Castbox, remember that we are on YouTube posting videos on Tuesday and Thursday, not just of the podcast, but of the disc review and beer review on Thursday.
The bird still wants in here.
And the bird is back this week.
Yep. Guest appearance of the bird.
Guest appearance. Again, I have the beer since PJ went 2 weeks in a row. I'm going 2 weeks in a row.
Ooh.
He had the wonderful
That's My Uncrusted.
That's My Uncrusted.
And then we had a redemption video.
Yep, from Falling Branch Brewery. And that was Highland Fields.
Highland Fields. Yep.
I did Manor, so get ready for this one. Let me get her out of the old cooler here.
I need a drum.
I know, we should insert drum roll here.
Oh,
here it is.
another white one.
Yeah. It's another white beer, another white can called Diamondback Brewing Company. Green Machine. It's an Indian pale ale. The feel of it.
I love that.
Yeah. And for our Spotify and Castbox listeners, because they're not viewers, they want to be viewers, YouTube,
Yep.
Chains on Tap on YouTube. It has it's white with green and what is it, a shield? A shield with 3 lines.
Yeah, I'm sure that those lines means it's probably a symbol of something.
It's probably a symbol of something.
Have you seen the Predator movies?
Yeah.
It almost looks like when he's about to blow up, he has that bomb on his arm
Who's that?
with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And
Was it Arnold Schwarzenegger? Why do I think of Sylvester Stallone? I guess they were big actors back in the day.
yeah, well, Stallone was Rambo.
Rambo, that's right.
Same jungle movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody hates the other person. They fight.
Predator was he got dropped on an island in a world, right?
The first one was they were in a jungle in a war.
That's right. Yeah.
And the whole gist of the Predator movies are they're hunters from outer space that go and hunt bigger game.
Yeah, that's a
around
good
planets.
point.
But we'll get off that subject.
Arnold, I'll be back. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
But that wasn't the Predator movie.
No, I don't
That
think
was
so.
Terminator.
Yes, Terminator. Yeah,
I'll be back.
we could just talk about Arnold the whole time.
We
if you want
could.
to.
But Diamondback Brewing Company, Green Machine, Indian Pale Ale, 12 fluid ounces, 6.2 alcohol.
The green's throwing me off.
The Green Machine is our cherished house IPA brewed with American barley and a touch of wheat. Notes of citrus and grapefruit accompany a soft, pillowy mouthful. Holy smokes. Do you hear that bird?
It's an angry bird.
It's an angry bird. I think there are little baby birds on top of my roof.
Probably.
We are going to work on the studio this week, and I'm going to insulate this son of a gun.
Well, I feel like we're out on the disc golf course.
We do. It's nature.
It's what we want.
We're in the woods. Listen.
Very wholesome.
Listen to those birds. Now I feel like a creep on the mic.
They might be cussing at us.
All right, guys, let's crack this open and taste it.
Did you notice the tricycle on the back?
What?
Yeah, there's a tricycle on the back there.
There is a tricycle. No, what is that?
It's a little tricycle. I don't know what the little sticks are.
It's one of those new age tricycles, right?
I don't think any tricycles.
Did you know? This is a fun fact. Brandon would love this. Is in Frederick, they have a race of old time bikes. You know the big wheel bikes?
Oh, the ones that you have to jump on top of?
Yeah.
I want to watch.
We should go. We're doing that this year.
We should do a Chains on Tap podcast from there.
We should. We definitely do. It's an old time day. They do get on these bikes and they race around Frederick, Maryland.
That's cool.
It's so cool. He shows me videos all the time and I want to go so bad. So this year, Mark, put it in your calendar. We're going.
You should build one.
Build a bike. You got to get a mustache. You got to get one of those mustaches that curl out, but Christina won't let me.
Really?
Yeah, no.
I have mustache wax. You can do that.
It would be a no-go.
Okay.
But let's crack her open. It's an Indian Pale Ale.
It's still really strong. It has an IPA.
Well, it's 6.2.
But it has that IPA like bite to it, I guess you would call that. If you drink IPAs and you know the proper lingo, let us know because we're still learning beers too.
Yeah, we are. We're learning how to walk.
But we kind of dove.
We did. We were that toddler that just took off running.
Or if you're Jake watching this, we tripped and fell.
Yeah. Citrus. It's definitely got citrus in it.
I like that.
There's Citra.
Citra.
Citra. Is that citrus? Sorry.
I can read along.
It definitely tastes pretty good.
I like it.
You know, it tastes like the can. Like what I mean by that to our listeners, it feels like it's got like little bumps on it. And when you taste it, yeah, I can taste that. Like I can taste like a carbonation feel. Do you? No, not at all.
Did you feel the barcode? It's even more raised.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit here and stroke the can.
Jeez Louise. It's such a good can.
I like it. It almost has like a dry.
Yeah, it definitely has a dry taste. And I think that might be the Citra.
I don't know, like sits on your tongue. There's not really an aftertaste, but like almost feel like you're drying your tongue out, but it's not really.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense.
No. It definitely has that feel. It definitely has a dry Indian pale ale.
Tastes like can.
But guys, we're back for another show. It's another week, another Tuesday. Hopefully you guys had a great Tuesday today. Hopefully you guys weren't working too hard out there. It's starting to get warmer around the area. But what's our topic this week?
I think I'm just going to ask you some questions and like kind of like hot
little
takes.
Q&A.
Yeah, a little Q&A.
I like a little Q&A. We haven't done that yet.
No, we haven't. This is new for us.
This is exciting.
And some are a little more serious than others, but
okay. And
some might not make any sense at all.
All right, I'm down for a Q&A.
So the first one. Is disc golf getting too serious?
So with that question, is disc golf getting too serious? Are we looking at the amateur world or are we looking at the professional world?
Let's go pros.
Okay. In the sense that disc golf getting too serious, I think there is a lot of growing that's going on with the Disc Golf Association in the sense that we've got some rules problems. I mean, we just had a big couple weeks ago ruling with a big branch that somebody moved.
It was a collection of little branches. But we can call it whatever you want.
Collection of little branches.
They were cut.
Yeah. So is it getting too serious? I don't know if it's getting too serious. I just know that there's a lot of maybe things that people didn't think about when I think the sport is growing. And sure. I think it's great that it's growing. But I think there's things that were overlooked and now they're coming to light. That the the DPGA, disc golf, professional golf, or what is it? Professional PDGA.
I have to say it fast.
And like I said, I'm not huge into. I watch a lot of the disc golf professional stuff. Like I used to watch it all the time, just on YouTube, like watching a bunch of the tournament events. And I haven't followed lately what's going on. But I did see a bunch of clips of people moving branches, and there are some rules that are coming into like what is in front of you. I'm guessing, right? Like, can you move stuff that's in front of you, impeding your line? Was it connected to a tree? Was it not connected? And your group, just like with regular golf, it's all about your group, what they agree. Was it impeding him? Were they loose branches? Were they not loose branches? Did he pull like? Was it in his line of sight or was it out of his line of sight? That's the biggest thing. So I think there's a lot of learning. And is it getting serious? I think it's getting to the point where we're growing and it's great. And I like there's a lot of attention on disc golf. And I hope it grows to a point where we see thousands and thousands of people at a disc golf event. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah, and it's hard too because you also think, was he called out because the other person was nervous of going up against him? Do they want that clear line of, hey, if he gets a penalty, I'm going to win this?
Yeah.
And they watch him a little extra.
Yeah.
And then the following week, you have your caddy move a stick in the same area.
Yeah, and people are probably like, why aren't they saying the names?
Because I love them both. And if you're watching, you know
who it is.
And, we love all the pros. Yeah. They're all really chill guys.
Yeah.
And we don't want to sit here and blast them.
No, absolutely not. And the topic is it getting too serious? And I think it's getting to the point where we're getting serious in a good way, in the sense that people are taking disc golf serious, and especially with the pro events. I think there's some learning that needs to be done with rules officials. And just like we talked about, not just on this topic of moving branches, but the discs. the PDGA doesn't have the set standard with numbers. I mean, they have what a disc looks like, but what else could we add to that? And like, should we go into the disc world where we should make that uniformed across the board with what numbers are? And like you're saying, the Fox and we were talking about the Fox and the brand new Arachnid. If you compare that to a Axiom disc, the Hex, would those numbers be the exact same or are they not?
100%. And the biggest thing is, yes, it's not getting too serious. It's getting serious enough to become a professional sport.
Yeah.
I mean, look at football, baseball, any of them sports, they're serious sports.
Yeah.
And when you have money on the line, sponsorships, you want it to get more serious.
No, I agree. And I'm excited for it to get serious. So on your topic, is it getting serious? I would say yes and no. I think in the amateur world, we don't take it as serious because it's a hobby for us. But in the professional world, it is their job. They're hoping to make money. They're hoping to make a living of it. And I hope they can. I don't know all the statistics of what they make and what they're bringing in on purses, on how much money they're spending on a weekend because they have a caddy, they have themselves, or if they're carrying their bag themselves, like who are they paying? Are they staying at hotels? Are they staying in their camper? How many tournaments? What is entry fee? Like that all adds up. So are they really making money or are they having jobs outside of the professional world?
And that's the problem with getting Europeans over here to play American disc golf.
Yeah.
They don't make enough money.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, it's just like we can get in a whole different topic, not just disc golf, jockeys. I mean, we're in the farming world, and you think about jockeys, like for example, when they're riding in these big timber races that are around us. And when we mean by timber races, we mean the jumping horses that run through cross country and they jump over timbers. Maryland Grand National, Schwann Downs that come to mind. You have a lot of these jockeys coming over from overseas. This is their full-time job in Europe. And they make a ton of money, but in America, you might win $1,000. So is it really worth pulling a jockey from Ireland to come over here? Same with disc golf. Is it worth your while to come over from Estonia?
That's true, because you think about where you're staying, the food, if you need more discs, stuff like that, travel, you name it. That's the problem, is what you're going to win worth who you're paying, the caddies and all that stuff, and the sponsors. And
is the juice worth the squeeze? And
I think going forward, we should make it worth the squeeze, because we want the Europeans and other countries and stuff to come here and play.
Yeah.
We want this to be huge.
I would love the sport to grow. I would love it to be a mainstream sport, just like football, baseball, golf, soccer. I would love it to like have my kids and then we go to a disc golf event where it's a huge event.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, on your topic, I think it's both.
Yeah, I think that was
That's
a
great
good
one.
Yeah, I think it was a very good
What else
topic.
you got for the Q&A?
This one's a little weird because I don't know if it's allowed or not.
Okay.
But we're going to go to amateur now. Should alcohol be allowed during tournament play? Like you're with your buddies playing a tournament, should you be allowed to drink beers? I see, but that thing is, I don't know if you can.
What do you like? Okay, I think this is a broader topic.
I mean, obviously not in pros you can't.
In pros you can't, but like, what are you asking? Are you allowed to drink at an amateur event, like a sponsored PDGA event?
Yeah, that's what I mean. You don't think
absolutely
so?
Not. No. And the only reason I say that because that is a PDGA sanctioned event. So it's just like when you're at a like a PGA Tour event or an NFL game. Like if you're playing, I don't think you should be intoxicated. I don't think you should have alcohol in your blood and making wrong decisions and how you're playing. I think if you're with your buddies, absolutely go out and have a nice cold one, have a Diamondback Brewing Company's Green Machine Indian Pale Ale. Drink one, have a good time. But if you're playing in a PDGA event that's sanctioned, I don't think alcohol or any sort of anything should be used. What do you think? I mean, is this a good opinion for you?
I think I agree with you. I saw this on a forum the other day, and I thought it was an interesting subject because you're absolutely right. I don't think alcohol should be allowed, but it might take the nerves off some players.
True. I mean,
maybe a limit.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, and you could get into other things other than alcohol, and then I just don't want to touch on this topic right now.
It's
a slippery slope.
It really is. And, if they get sponsorships and stuff, it's like, hey, you want to crack a beer on the field?
Because at the end of the day, we're all like, especially when I think of amateur, like pros. Like, so I'm looking at the pro field now. Amateurs, I know we're not here trying to impress anybody, but one thing that comes to my mind is I have kids. I have young kids. And yeah, they know that dad drinks. Like I have a few, and I have a show with you.
Whole podcast.
I know we have a whole podcast on drinking. But like at the end of the day, like when we're playing a tournament, I don't want to be sloshed. I don't want to like to take off the pressure. But at the same time, I don't think it's an appropriate thing for a PDGA approved event.
Okay, so what about weed? Since it's legal
for
now?
for a PDGA event?
Yeah.
No.
Still,
No.
you're gonna keep along
Because
the
it still goes. Yeah, it's still a drug. I mean, I know people don't like. There is a hit or miss. I think any type of alcohol, weed, marijuana, THC, anything of those.
Anything
I
that
think
impairs.
anything impairs your judgment for a PDGA event, and I'm saying that PDGA sanctioned event.
Yes, 100%.
So if it's a sanctioned event by the PDGA, I don't think drugs or alcohol should be used. Now, if you're out there with your buddies, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, we've seen some things.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't have a problem with that at all. If you want to go out there and have a great time, and if it's like just an event to, like, if it's a charity event or something like that, I think it's up to the event, what's going on. I think if it's like a charity event and you're drinking, having a few, cool. Absolutely. Go ahead, do it. Have a great time and drink responsibly. That's the biggest thing too with this show. We are doing beer reviews and that, and we always want to say drink responsibly. And if you're not into alcohol, don't drink. Like, we want you to be responsible adults, because at the end of the day, we're all adults. We're all 21 years and old. Be adults about it. If it's not for you, it's not for you.
Or get a driver.
Yeah, or get a driver. Exactly.
It's a good tip.
Good tip.
So the guy on Reddit, if you're watching this, there's your answer.
There you go.
All right, the next one. I have pros becoming too corporate. I guess I mean, like, are we afraid that with disc golf getting bigger, is it going to turn into, like, let's say NASCAR? Are pros going to start wearing tons of logos like the cars?
I think we're already seeing that, aren't we?
Not really.
I mean, yeah, you are. I mean, you're seeing these guys wear Discraft, Innova jerseys. You're seeing their discs. You're seeing their hats. They're all wearing their stuff. But what are you worried about? That they're going to get sponsored by Wells Fargo, B of A, Bank of America, or Little Joey's a lemonade stand down the road?
Yeah, or the donut shop or whatever. How far are we going to stretch it? I mean, it's cool. It's a good idea to reach out to get more sponsors. But
I mean, I could go down a rabbit hole, because we could even talk about the NCAA. I mean, I know disc golf is starting to grow into the NCAA, into their own clubs, and I think this is amazing. And I'm trying to maybe we can brew something up for a local high school around here to help build I'd love to have a disc golf team. I think that would be great.
With no brew.
Yeah, exactly.
No
brew. No, yeah.
High school.
So let me pull that back. No brew, just a disc golf team. I think it would be cool to have that type of team to play match play
100%.
and to play some holes around here. But like when you talk about getting paid and being too corporate, if we look at like college sports and we look at athletes as a whole, you want to make money off of your craft. This is their job. At the end of the day, they were given this gift of being able to throw a disc or hit a baseball or throw a football or hit a volleyball or hit a soccer ball. I don't know, whatever that may be. You're given this gift. You should be able to make some income off of it. Why should other people make income off of it? Because I don't know about the PDGA, but I know in professional athletes like the PGA, that was a big thing with Live Golf, is that these athletes were getting taken advantage of. So is it really becoming corporate? Like, is it the golfer's fault? Is it the disc golfer's fault for wearing an extra logo so he can get that extra meal at a Burger King down the road so he can eat on a Saturday after his tournament? Or is it really us getting like, oh, well, we don't want to see that? Well, at the end of the day, I want to see him do his best. So if it allows him to sleep in a nice hotel room when he's on the road in Michigan playing in a disc golf tournament, absolutely. I would love for him to get sponsorship, to get paid, because at the end of the day, I want to see him be successful or her be successful or they be successful. I want to see everybody be successful. So with that corporate response, I don't mind extra logos on things.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. If you touch back to what we were just talking about, them corporate sponsors will actually get the Europeans here.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
great.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I don't want to go off on my tangent because I felt like that I'm very passionate about the athlete, because at the end of the day, I'm a pro supporter of the athlete, of the professional, of what you want to make in your craft. So I do understand everybody's worried about becoming commercialized, this disc golf world of all the pros wearing different sponsors and being like NASCAR and being like wearing, I mean, even the PGA, like a lot of golfers are now wearing other banks and other things on their shirts, on their sleeves. And will that become that? And I'm more for that, because if that gets the disc golfers, because you know what it's going to breed? It's going to bring in the best crop. That's going to bring in the best golfers, because it's going to give the little guy an opportunity to play his best round, because then he's going to have to worry about, hey, am I going to stay at the Holiday Inn or am I going to stay at the Ramada Inn?
Yeah.
I mean, where am I staying? It allows them to a little bit more freedom, if that makes sense.
100%. I mean, look at the Bad News Bears.
Absolutely.
When they started up, they
Yeah.
were sponsored by a strip club.
Yeah. Hey,
I think
if
so.
you get sponsored, hey.
Or a lawn care business. One or the other.
I
I
think
don't know
I
what
think
year.
it was strip club.
I think it
Yeah,
was
depending on what year you watched the Bad News Bears.
Good movie.
I think the original one with who was in that? The original.
trying to
God,
remember.
he was in
Real old. Was it
Yeah.
Dennis? Not
Dennis the Menace.
Was it
Yeah,
Dennis
he was in
Menace?
Dennis
Okay.
the Menace. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah. And he was great. That was a great movie. If you want to see that movie, that was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a great topic too.
So the next topic, I've one more serious one and one funny one.
Okay.
Do you think some discs are just overrated? Discs that you hear all the time. Do you think they're actually that good, or do you think they're just up to the hype? Everybody's like, oh, I see that disc, I need to buy it because everybody throws it. Do you think that's a thing? Like, okay, let's take the Buzz.
Okay.
I don't like the Buzz.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Buzz.
In my opinion, it's overrated. But it's one of the number one mid-range
Okay.
discs.
Let's take a recent topic, the recent disc that we just threw.
Okay.
The Arachnid. Innova brought out the Arachnid. They brought out the Fox, a year ago? How long ago was the Fox?
Probably not even that.
Not even that. So they brought out the Fox. It's the exact same, almost the exact same numbers, except for one. It's a -2 or -1. What is it at the end?
The Arachnid's a 1-1. Negative 1-1.
And the Fox is a
Negative 2-1.
2-1. So is it worth the hype?
Same disc.
Same disc. Exactly. So my biggest question, is it worth the hype though? You got this brand new disc. It's like, oh, is it worth it?
No, I don't think it is.
It's not. I think sometimes companies try to reach for things.
But see, you wouldn't know that they're the same disc unless you threw both of them. So you're going to buy one or the other and
Yeah.
not buy the other one, or you're going to buy both like I
but
did.
yeah, and I got you. And like there gets hype on like social media. Like everybody posts on social media of this is the best disc. This is so great. And I think sometimes it's hyped up by the companies. And
Yeah.
I think it's good to get a second opinion from people who actually bought the disc instead of being given it to them.
Yeah, well, that's why we have this podcast.
Yeah, no. And I know like occasionally you'll get a disc, but you need to give an honest review to everybody. And sometimes I feel like it's just about like, oh, well, this is the coolest thing. Like you should throw it. And like we can get into discs about pictures too, like things on the disc and that. But
the stamps.
yeah. But yeah, on that topic, I would say that.
So there are overrated discs.
There are very overrated discs.
Okay.
But let's get into your it's time
The disc corner.
for the disc corner. PJ's Disc Corner, sponsored by the Disc Guy, www.discguyllc.com. He's got all your latest disc needs. I don't think his website's back up and running. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks it will be. If not, it will be soon. And you can check him out on Whatnot, eBay. I think Whatnot is on what days?
So Whatnot will be on Sundays around 6:30, between 6:30 and 8 o'clock.
6:30 and 8 o'clock. He'll have his live auction going and all of his other discs that you have. So what disc did you bring us today?
I brought one of my favorite discs, my starting out driver.
Oh, I bet you I know what it is.
And it is the Westside Hatchet.
The Westside Hatchet.
It's an amazing disc. It
You
really is.
love Westside. When you first started, you raved about them.
I still do.
Yeah.
They're a great company.
Yeah.
They don't have a ton of discs, but the discs they do have really do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And these are probably my favorites. I finally got a tournament plastic.
Ooh,
this
is that this one?
Well, this is my old school one. My first one I started out with.
Yeah.
If you look at that rim, that's the original plastic. That rim, that disc plastic is like Play-Doh.
I'll have to show it on the screen and to our Spotify and Castbox viewers. Check it out on YouTube.
Yeah, you hit one tree with a brand new one of those, it's gonna melt it in. It's a good disc though. It's a great starter disc. They're cheap. The original ones, easy to get your hands on. Beautiful disc, rips out perfect on hyzer, flips up. Keep going for you. I mean, that was my first one, but like I said, that's such a soft plastic.
Yeah,
it don't last.
It feels really soft. What is the other one? What other plastic is that?
So the other one's the tournament plastic, and this one can take abuse and stay there. So it's a 9.6 and -2.1, and that's both of them. That's the original plastic and the tournament plastic. The Westside disc, it has 6 main plastics and 20 branch off plastics.
Holy smokes!
It's when you get into colors and glows and speckles and flakes, but we don't care about those.
Jesus.
So they have 6 main plastics, but tournament's my favorite.
Yeah.
You can beat the heck out of it, and it's just going to keep going. But I have a curveball for you.
What is that?
So 9.6 -2.1.
Yeah.
For the tournament.
Okay.
So my original tournament is a 9.6 -2.2.
What?
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Nice.
So this one's older.
But remember, we talked about this before, that Dave at Innova came up with these numbers.
So this one's older. The -2.2, I think it's the same thing that happened to our Arachnid.
Okay.
I think they released it, and everybody was saying, hey, these numbers are off. You need to fix it. And then they released this one to match their other plastics, the -2.1.
Well, they sure did a good job on the graphics, and I can read Hatchet.
You can read everything on these discs. They do their graphics department is amazing.
Yeah, Westside, shout out graphics department. You guys did a great job. You kept it consistent.
Completely consistent. And it even has your font you like.
Yeah, no, I do. I like that font.
Everything
I like the I like that like old style. It's that Viking feel. That's why it reminds me they've got to be over there in what area is that called? Norway?
Yeah, I guess over in that area.
But what would you compare the Hatchet to?
I would compare the Hatchet to,
it's got big.
I guess, the Innova Sidewinder, which is a 9.5 -3.1. It seems like all my comparisons are -3 versus the -2s.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't really think that extra one really makes a huge difference other than hyzer. But when we do throw this one, we'll compare it to the Sidewinder.
It's real domey.
For that glide, that 6 glide, I mean, that thing's a dream.
Latitude makes a 9, but that would be the Saint. But I don't think the Saint has. I forget what the Saint is.
I think it's a -1.
Is it a -1?
I think it's -1 too.
Yeah, and it's not as domey as this one.
Now you want the dome for the glide, not for the forehands. So one's a forehand disc, which is this red one, which isn't as domey.
Oh yeah, you can definitely tell. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
100%. Oop, watch that phone number.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. But honestly, they're both great. They throw exactly the same. That one's just, like I said, a little bit older than I got this one because I think the 168s, which is great for a 9, under the 170 mark, for me at least.
Yeah.
But great discs. I love them. I would recommend getting the upgraded plastic. So I usually say, buy
the
cheaper.
tournament plastic you're talking about.
Tournament, and there's other types in there.
This would be the cheap plastic, the soft plastic, or whatever. What do they call this plastic? Starburst?
Original, Orjo.
Original.
Or it don't even have an L in there. So their graphics part needs to fix that. It's Orju. Orju.
Oh, yeah. Original.
I'm just going to call it original. But
the OG they should have put.
Yeah.
That would have been cool if they would have put 100%. Just OG.
I love this disc. If you have any thoughts of getting this disc and you want a 9.6, definitely grab it. This plastic, if you want to try it, because you can get it really cheap, I would definitely get the bigger plastics, the harder stuff, because you're gonna throw this disc. I'm telling you right now. Compared to it's right next to my Insanity, if that makes any sense. If you watched prior videos, I love this disc. Original plastic is good for the first week until you really start ripping her in there.
So, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and hopefully you'll see us on Thursday on YouTube. We are going to throw the Hatchet, and we're going to compare it to one of the discs that you bring, like the Sidewinder or something else that might have the same numbers.
And maybe I'll throw another one in there.
Yeah, maybe I'll throw another one. And how do you like this Diamondback Brewing Company green machine?
I feel like you would only need 2 of these to get where you need to be.
Yeah, I agree with that. And if you're playing a PDGA event, you should not be drinking one. But hey, guys, until next time, check us out on Thursday for the disc review of the West Side Hatchet and the Diamondback Brewing Company Green Machine Indian Pale Ale. We'll be taking a look at both of these, throwing one, drinking one, telling you all about them on Thursday on YouTube, and following week on Tuesday for our podcast. Cheers, and
We'll catch you on the next T-Pad.
catch you on the next T-Pad.